All right, we have signs of life by the San Francisco 49ers as they could be involved with potentially a pretty interesting signing, substantial depending on who you ask. But according to Josina Anderson, she is being told that the 49ers are having conversations with Jameis Winston to be a potential backup. She is also mentioning that the Chargers are one of those teams having conversations and says the Giants could potentially be in contract pending outcome of talks of other quarterbacks. So what the way that I read that as is Jameis is looking for a starting spot, like a starting opportunity to obviously have next year. And depending on who the Giants potentially sign, could have an impact on if uh, Jameis Winston goes or not. We are seeing, I think we are seeing quarterback dominoes fall right now because they were all waiting for Sam Darnold to sign. He signed with the Seattle Seahawks. Immediately after that, we hear that Justin Fields is signing with the Jets. Then right after that, we have this link from Jameis Winston to the San Francisco 49ers. So it's clear that the quarterback dominoes are starting to fall into place right now. And it will be fascinating to see where this ultimately lands. But in regards to Jameis Winston, um, he's I love Jameis. I was just at the Super Bowl covering that, and he was all over the place. He was absolutely hilarious, and he was handing out cookies with W's on them, and he was engaging with fans and all this stuff. So if the San Francisco 49ers actually do make this move, I like it. I like him. He can sling it. Obviously, uh with him, his decision making can come into question, but if there is a coach who kind of really helps assist with the decision making process, it is Kyle Shanahan. And the 49ers are kind of have this, potential to be like a rehabilitation program for quarterbacks. We saw Sam Darnold be able to get a big opportunity after being the backup to Brock Purdy. If Jameis comes in and becomes the backup for the San Francisco 49ers, that presents an opportunity as well for him to potentially leverage that into another starting job after that year. So we'll see what happens. But I do think it is also important to know that any quarterback that is signed is also leverage for the San Francisco 49ers in contract negotiations with Brock Purdy. Because if they can get a quarterback who they believe and are comfortable with as a potential starter, that kind of insulates them from a potential holdout from Brock Purdy. So as it stands right now, they have no quarterbacks on the roster outside of Brock. So if Brock were to hold out, they'd be in a tough position. So what I do think could happen here is if they sign a quarterback who has starting experience, which I do expect them to do, um, that helps insulate them in leverage for contract talks for Brock Purdy, like I said, in case of a potential holdout. So we'll see. It's just a layer to this stuff that we have to keep in mind. But let me know what you think about the thoughts of bringing in Jameis Winston to be a backup. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.